I am traveling outside of the United States for the first time in my life, and this is day 5, our final day of the trip. We are in Toronto, Ontario, Canada, and we will be spending it wisely by going on another bike ride. After the bike ride, we showered up and went back to the waterfront for our final dinner together in Toronto.
Canada opens up its borders to a lot of countries, and that's the one way to get it.
When we returned to the condo, we were fortunate enough to witness the retracted roof of the Rogers Center being returned to its enclosed position. Soon after, we went to bed and prepared for the long drive home in the morning. The next morning, Dad and I made our way home. This 13-hour journey would have been long enough on its own without our unique circumstances. As you may have noticed in the previous episode, some masks were present. However, Dad, unlike the masks, was not present, as he contracted COVID. However, none of us showed symptoms, so we continued the rest of our vacation in Toronto without him, taking necessary precautions. However, seeing that I did not want Dad's undesirable germs, we both wore masks for 13 hours on the way home, minus food stops where we ate on the hood of the car apart from one another and had the windows down. We split up the driving, with me driving around 6 of the hours through Pennsylvania into Virginia. Needless to say, we were very grateful upon arriving home. However, we both still managed to enjoy the pretty drive, reflecting on the trip as we went. My trip to Toronto, Canada, as my first trip outside of the United States was very special to me. Although Canada is often regarded as the 51st state due to its similarities with the United States, I still thoroughly enjoyed crossing a border into another country and experiencing a place that I had never seen before. In reality, Toronto could easily be a city in the United States, but I think I love it more just because it's in Canada. It feels special. It feels different. During my week in Toronto, I fell in love with the city. I fell in love with the downtown and all the neighborhoods. I fell in love with the red streetcars, and the skyscrapers, and the beautiful blue water of Lake Ontario to match. I fell in love with the lush greenery of the trees and grass of the summertime to contrast the hustle and bustle of buildings, cars, and people. I fell in love with the bike paths. I fell in love with watching sunsets from our condo balcony at 12 York Street and from the CN Tower. I fell in love with the city's multiculturalism in its people and its food. I fell in love with the city of Toronto. I found in myself a fascination with the city that I had never felt before. That was in 2022. I'm still fond of Toronto today. I think about the city often. Yes, about the freezing cold winters, but also how gorgeous it is in the summer. I think about the waterfront and walking through the warm, comfortable breeze flowing off the water. Toronto is a happy place to go to in my head, a place in which I doubt my love for will ever die. Yet, there are so many other happy places for me to visit in my life. There are so many other special places and experiences I anticipate. Although the world is a dark, challenging place sometimes, do not forget that there are so many fascinating wonders and adventures out there waiting for you to discover. Even when you feel at your most lost, there is always somewhere to find yourself.